Miss Samtinao Jamil, Mr. Kai Mentang Singsong, the host of today's program, Mr. Vulo Lorin, Chairman and Director of Tetso College, Dr. Hawasa L. King, Principal of Tetso College, my esteemed teachers, and my dear student friends. Good afternoon to you all. It's such an honor for me to be here today to witness this conglomerate of young minds coming together to compete among each other, to make friends, and to encourage each other. I also want to thank the organizers for inviting me to be the special guest in such important occasion. Today, as I was sitting here and looking at all these events that was happening and all these young people gathered together, I felt that I am out of place. Maybe I should not have been the chief guest or special guest today. So it's an honor for me. I was actually quite impressed when our chairman said that this time 35 institutions participated. Such an achievement, such a record. I'm so happy to learn that. Out of which you had 45 events. That's amazing. I think we should all give one big hand to the organizers for organizing such events. It's wonderful to hear that. Also, next time when you host such kind of Pow-wow event again, I would request you to kindly invite Nagaland University as well. We would love to come and participate in such kind of events. Of course, I will send only the UG level students. So we are so happy to learn that. I would want to thank firstly I extend my heartfelt congratulations firstly to the students, to the organizers, to the volunteers, faculty members, and Tetso College at large who have made this particular fest a grand success. Let me first congratulate that. I would also want to say, whether you have won a medal or not today, the very fact that you have stepped on the field, the very fact that you have stepped onto the debate hall, the very fact that you have stepped onto the stage is itself a winning decision that you have made in your life. As a philosopher, I would want to quote Aristotle, who famously said, "We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence then is not an act, but a habit." Keep on doing that particular thing, competing among each other again and again and again, then you already become a winner. So, in this particular event, if you have learned to push yourself beyond the limits in the competitions that you have participated, then you have already built a foundation for lifelong success. I know that during such occasions, when the chief guest talks for long, we get kind of annoyed. I was also a student once. In fact, I was a student of Patkai Christian College, and just before coming down here, I met the principal, and he informed me that my students are also participating there in Tetso College. I was very saddened to see our two girls from Livingstone Foundation International College who performed under the nomenclature of Livingstone International Foundation College. Unfortunately, from next year, that college is not going to be there. And I feel very sad because as in charge of colleges, we have 75 colleges here in Nagaland. And all the colleges I consider as my child and one of my Foundation International Foundation, sorry, Livingstone Foundation International College will not be there anymore. So I was very saddened to see the performance of these two wonderful girls who have sang such wonderful song. I want to just ask one question. How many of you here are failure avoiders? Can I see a raise of hand? Failure avoiders. Good. How many of you are success seekers? All right, good to see some hands. Remember, I have asked for failure avoiders and success seekers. Now, usually what happens, this is especially for the mentors and for the teachers I want to encourage. When you are encouraging your students, your mentees, please don't motivate them by using warning or fear. Saying that if you don't study hard, then you'll be a failure in life. If you don't compete in such kind of competitions, then you'll become a hopeless fellow. Right? Psychology has proven that using warning or fear does not work. These days you would see all these pictures, very grotesque picture in cigarette packets, with the intention that if you see that picture, then many people will not smoke. But unfortunately, research has proven that it does not work. So, the only way that you can motivate a student is using positive rewards, positive encouragement. So, for the teachers and for the mentors, I would like to shortly encourage you with that. For the students, I want to talk about how can you design your life so that you become successful. All of us, we are meant to be successful in life. Unfortunately, some become successful, some don't. It's all because of the fact that we fail to design our life. Now, I am sure you must have heard these questions being asked in your life many times. What is your passion in life? Right? You should know by now what you want to do in your life, otherwise it's too late. I'm sure you must have heard such kind of questions. Are you being the best possible version that you can be? These are the questions I'm sure you must have heard from your teachers, from your parents, from your elders. This is what we call in philosophy dysfunctional beliefs. Such kind of questions should not be taken very seriously. In other words, to become successful, such kind of questions rarely matters. What does it matter? Then, in order to become successful in life, I want to talk about one or two points. First thing, in order to design your life to become successful, firstly, you have to accept the problems that you have in your life. Whatever problem that might be. Maybe you are so lazy to study sometimes. Maybe you have bad habits of using drugs, alcohol, other things. Maybe you have a problem of indiscipline. Identify the problem, then only you can look for a solution. That is the first design that you need to make in your life. Second, in life or in psychology, there is something called choice overload. I'm sure we have some psychology students and faculties, they will know better. There's something called choice overload. When you are bombarded with too many choices, you become confused. We have all heard of multiverse theories, that there are so many millions and millions of universes around the world. Multiverse theory in physics and in astrophysics, we study that. I would quickly want you to imagine if you were given an opportunity to live in all this multiverse, different kinds of life that you want to live. How many can you imagine? Let us try to imagine quickly. In this particular universe, Milky Way universe, you want to be a sailor. Maybe in another universe, you want to be a dancer. In another universe, you want to be a sports person, a doctor, a lawyer, a teacher. How many can you think? Usually, it says it's difficult to go beyond 7 or 8. Now, that is why we have something called choice overload. In life, when we are designing our life to be successful, there are certain choices that you need to throw away, discard. For example, we have all heard about this. Sometimes your friend asks you, what do you want to eat in the canteen? Huh? You want Chinese or you want Indian? Suddenly you would say, hey, anything, whatever you like. Then your friend orders, okay, let us have Indian. Please give 3 plates of puri. Then suddenly you realize, no, I want Chinese. Have you ever felt that? I'm sure you must have. That's something called choice overload. These are some kind of small things that confuses us. That becomes, in psychology we call it a hindrance towards designing our life. So I want to tell this, when you're thinking about what you want to do in life, please make 3 informed decisions. I call it 3 prototypes of life that you want to become. Maybe you want to become a politician like Donald Trump. Maybe you want to become a principal like a teacher like your principal here. Have 3 prototypes, informed decision, and focus on that. That is how you become successful in designing your life. This is not something that I'm saying from common sense. This is something that has come from research, psychological research that has come. 3 prototypes of your life is more than enough for you to become successful in life. I want to end with this. Remember, we always say, future, let us see the future, what I want to become. Please remember, the future is already here. It's only that it is unevenly distributed. You want to become an astronaut? There are already astronauts who are living in the space. You want to become a teacher? There are already teachers. You want to become a doctor, an engineer, a sports person? All these people are already there in the world for you to follow. Choose 3 types, 3 prototypes, and focus on how you want to design your life so that you become successful. You don't need to look at books or imagine, have fanciful dreams. Your future is already here. Look at the lives of those people that you want to become and accordingly design your life. Then you will become successful. I want to conclude from here. I want to once again thank so much to Tetro College for inviting me. Congratulations once again to all the winners. I hope that the friendship, the camaraderie that you made here will keep on continuing till your life. Thank you all. Kuk Nalim, Jai Hind.